Hello and welcome to Computology Academy, and today we are going to discuss about the India's vote against the climate change resolution, the draft resolution that was brought in the United Nations for bringing the climate change in the UN Security Council, and it was an attempt to shift it from UNFCCC to the UN Security Council by Ireland and Niger. So we will discuss in detail why India has voted against it, what are the concerns, and which members had supported it and which members were against such resolution. So it will be a very important topic from the point of view of GS paper 3 in UPSC civil services exam as well as in other state civil services exams. So let us start. So before we start, I would like to inform you all that the General Studies Foundation course for UPSC 2023 has been announced by Computology IS Academy, and the seats are getting filled up quite fast. So if you want to register for the courses, you can go through the offline mode. You can get in touch with us through our landline and the mobile number also, and you can do it by your own through the website also. And this will be a holistic course which will cover the prelims cum mains complete syllabus, and this will start on 23rd of January. So let us start with the discussion. Why it is in news? Why it is in news that India has voted against the draft resolution to bring the climate change issue in the UN Security Council. India voted against it on Monday, and this draft resolution was linking the climate change with the security issues. So UN Security Council is mainly concerned with the security issues worldwide, and it is a forum where the security issues of different nations, terrorism, etc. are discussed, and various sanctions are imposed on the countries which are sponsoring the terrorism or the terrorist groups are sanctioned against by them. And thereafter it was sponsored by Ireland and Niger, and the basic concern of Ireland and Niger was that because of the climate change, various security issues are arising throughout the world, and mainly Niger was concerned about the security issues and the terrorist activities which are going on increasing due to the climate change issues, and these effects are seen in the Sahel region of Africa. As well as Ireland was concerned about the extinction of various islands that will happen because of the sea level rise, as it is evident from the issue of Jakarta, that is in Indonesia, which is facing the submergence issue. So these were the issues because of which they were sponsoring this resolution. And Niger holds the UN Security Council presidency for the month of December 2021. So it was able to bring this resolution, it was able to sponsor this resolution, and it was trying to discuss on the issue that how the terrorism and the security issues can be linked with the climate change. And this draft was supported by 12 UN Security Council members. Here there are 15 members in the UN Security Council, 10 non-permanent members plus 5 permanent members, out of which 12 members had supported this resolution, and India and Russia voted against this resolution while China abstained from voting. China neither voted against it nor supported it. So this was done by China. And here if we talk about India's concern, what are the concerns because of which India was against this draft resolution? So first of all, India is saying that it is an attempt to shift the climate change talk from UNFCCC, and what will happen, it will be shifted. If it will be shifted from UNFCCC, so India's concern is that it is a step backward, because in UNFCCC the decisions are made, the progress in the climate talks are made on consensus basis, while if it will be shifted to the UN Security Council, then what will happen? Then some elite members, only 15 members of the UN Security Council will be in position to dictate their decisions to the world in relation with climate change. So it is a big issue. And the concept note that was forwarded, that was put on the table by Niger, was that how terrorism and security risks could be linked to climate change. So basically their focus was the Sahel region of Africa, and the decisions could be taken without consensus in the UN Security Council, UNSC. Because what will happen here, most of the nations are not represented, only 15 members are there, and they will take any decision and they will impose it on the other countries. And in that condition, what will happen, if some country is not following their decision, then they will be in position to put the sanctions on them. We time and again hear about the sanctions imposed by US, sanctions imposed by European nations, etc. But most of the nations can evade if they want these sanctions put upon them by any country. But that will not be the situation if the sanctions are imposed by the UN Security Council, because the sanctions of the UN Security Council is followed by every country who is member of UN Security. That is the mandate. Like we see in case of North Korea. North Korea is facing the sanctions of UN Security Council, and because of which each and every country has to respect those sanctions. While most of the sanctions imposed on Iran is imposed by United States, and because of that many of the countries will be in position to not respect those sanctions, like China, Pakistan, etc. So these are the issues, and the voice of the developing and underdeveloped countries will be ignored. Those countries, like if we talk about Maldives, if we talk about Indonesia, if we talk about many other developing and underdeveloped countries, like if we talk about Bangladesh will be also in a great danger if the climate change occurs and the sea level rise occurs, because many of the regions, coastal regions of Bangladesh are in the low lying region. Maldives will face the same kind of situation, Mauritius will face same kind of situation. So these are the issues, and their voice will be ignored, and this will be a great issue. While the developed nations will be dictating the rules, most of the developed nations are the permanent members of UN Security Council. If we talk about United States, France, and Britain, then here these permanent members of UN Security Council will be in position to dictate their decisions to the world. As well as if we talk about the non-permanent members, then many a times we find that many other developed nations become the non-permanent member of the UN Security Council, and they will also be trying to dictate their decisions on the world. Thereafter, the progress made under the COPs, 26 round of the Conference of Parties have already happened. Last one was in Glasgow, and there was a great progress in Glasgow regarding the contribution, technology transfer, responsibilities, etc. And India is of the view that these progresses will be undermined if the issue is transferred to UN Security Council, which will be a great disaster in the field of curtailing the climate change. Thereafter, India is of the view that they will not respect the common but differentiated responsibilities principle, because most of the developed nations and the UN Security Council members are the historical emitters. The member of UN Security Council are the primary contributor to the climate change. If we talk about France, United States, Britain, Saudi Arabia, etc., various other countries are there. They are the primary emitters even today. If we talk about per capita, right? So they are the primary emitters, not in actual and absolute terms. But what will happen they will be in position to evade their responsibility if this issue will be transferred to the UN Security Council, as well as they are also the historical emitters. The industrial revolution had happened in Europe and United States, and at that very time they were the great emitters. At that very time coal was the primary source of energy, and they had burnt too much of the coal to develop their industries, to feed their industries, to generate power, etc. And because of that there was contribution of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. But now they will be in position to evade those responsibilities if the issue is transferred to UN Security Council. And they have also not met their commitment to contribution. Like, there was a commitment that $1 trillion of fund will be provided by them by 2030 to curtail the climate change and to check the temperature rise throughout the world. But they are not contributing in the way that they will meet this target. Even they have not met the target that yearly $100 billion will be provided by them by 2020. So this target was also not met by them. And because of this, India is of the view that these things will not be followed if the issue is transferred to UN Security Council, and they will be in position to implement various decisions which will suit them, but that will not be based on consensus, and it will be a great disaster in the field of checking the climate change. Again, what are the forthcoming issues that is a concern for India? That the UN sanctions may be imposed if they make the rule. Suppose that if they make the rule that now onwards none of the countries will use coal to generate power, then in that situation what will happen? Indian power sector is mostly based on coal. India is still striving hard to increase the share of solar power generation and wind power generation, etc. But still India is a coal based economy. And in that situation, if some sanctions are imposed, that if some nation generates the power from coal, then there will be sanctions on them. Then in that situation, India will be in an awkward situation, and India is not having that much of fund as well as that much of technological advancement to switch on to some non-conventional energy sources in such a short period of time. And it is an issue which is raised by India. Again, many developing and underdeveloped nations are in the same situation which India is facing. They are also lagging behind in terms of technology, in terms of transitioning from one source of power to another, like non-conventional source of energies, as well as they are not having the funds, and even the developed countries are not providing the adequate amount of fund which had been committed by those nations. And in that situation, what will happen if UN Security Council sanctions are imposed? Then their economic development will be in peril. They will not be in position to progress, because their power sector is the major prime mover of any economic development. And in that situation, if the sanctions are imposed on them, then their power sector will be crumbled, and in that situation they will not be in position to develop further. So here we finish off. Thank you very much, and do follow us on our social media channels for further information. This is our Facebook and Instagram handle, this is our Telegram channel, and do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Thank you very much and have a nice day.